welcome back. Okay, so in my last video we talked about Everpro Gray Away, which is a root touch-up powder. I went ahead and put that on my roots and kind of stained the roots brown to try to blend in some of the grays and the natural color in with the non-dyed parts of my hair. If you want to see the details of that, check out the last video about Everpro Gray Away. There is another product that I want to try along with it. It's called Cover Your Gray Professional Touch-Ups. Looks like this in a stick. Cover Your Gray is the brand. I bought this in a beauty supply store. It comes in a tube, kind of like a concealer or a lipstick tube that you roll up and down. And what I'm going to use this for, this is a blonde color. It actually looks kind of like a concealer stick, kind of skin colored almost, but it is supposed to be a blonde color. What I'm going to do is some of the areas of my hair have highlights, and when I put on the brownish colored root touch-up, the highlight got all the way covered up or it disappeared. So I'm going to go ahead and add back in some highlights in some of the areas that were covered with the brown product, and hopefully I'll end up with a little bit more natural blended look in between touch-ups. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the hair forward. I'm just going to do this a couple of spots around my face. So I see a highlight here, and I am going to grab one and put in some of this product here. Just kind of blend it down into the other highlight. You can see a pretty distinct difference between where the product is and isn't. It does have a somewhat waxy texture. If I keep running my hands through it, it will kind of soften up a little bit and blend a little bit better. So here's where the product was. I'll go ahead and put a few more in so we can take a look and see if we like it. So here's a highlight. I'm going to follow this one all the way up. Run my hands through it to try to blend it in a little bit. And let's try one on the other side. I also have a highlight right here in the bangs part of my hair that got covered up, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that. So you're really just kind of painting it right on your hair. Again, it's a little bit waxy when it first comes on, and you kind of rub it through your hair, and then I'll just put my hands through it, and it ends up leaving a little highlight there. It looks pretty natural. I like how that looks. I'm gonna go ahead and tip my head down so you can see. I'm gonna go grab a hairbrush, brush it through, and see how that ends up looking. And so when I tip my head down, you can really clearly see where I have and have not put the blonde highlighter. So up here I put some of the highlighter, and on this side I have put some of the highlighter all the way to the root level, and on this side I have not. So I'm going to go ahead and add those roots and take an after shot and see how well it blends together. And I'm going to go grab a hairbrush, brush it through, and see how that ends up looking. So I went and grabbed a fine-tooth comb to demonstrate an effective way to blend the product in. I put a highlight right here, and it wasn't blending quite the way I wanted it to, so I went and got a fine-tooth comb and kind of blended it together. It took away the waxy stickiness. This is another one that I just applied that I had not combed through yet. So here's the before and after of the combed part. wanted to put one up by my bangs. The best way for me to do this, since it's a challenge to see the top of your head, is to find a highlight like this one, pinch it, kind of separate it from the rest of the hair, and color it in. If you hold it taut, this works more easily. And rub some color in there. I see another one. I'm going to grab this one. Comb both of those through with the fine tooth comb to try to blend it in texture wise. Alright, so here's the end effect with putting in some highlights. There we go. Oh, that whole highlight right there is the painted on product. And I just kind of run my hands through my hair a little bit. It ends up looking quite natural and blended in. So that was fun. I like to have all the options that I can when it comes to different kinds of ways to color and style my hair. I think these are pretty good options if you are feeling irritated by your roots and you don't want to color your hair or don't want to color it again. Like I said, I'm trying to stop coloring my hair and just try to go with my natural hair color for a while. So I'm using these tools to try to help me get through that process without going crazy with too many roots. All right, thanks for going on the journey with me. Bye.